Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NXT. And tonight is the aftermath of NXT TakeOver, of our recent NXT TakeOver that occurred last Saturday. And here comes your NXT General Manager, Bret the Hitman Hart, and he has a lot to address tonight. From anything from the NXT Championships, the North American Championships, United Kingdom Championships. A lot of big stuff happened. And even Rusev and Bryan Danielson went at it. Rusev picking up a big win. Plus much more happened. And with Bret, what is the main focus? What is on the game plan for NXT? We've already heard big names announced for tonight, including Jon Moxley, the new North American Champion, in action against the United Kingdom Champion, Bron Breakker, here live tonight, as we're about to hear from Bret. Welcome everybody to NXT. What a night we had last Saturday, big time NXT TakeOver, but we now have our sights on the next NXT TakeOver pay-per-view, which is going to be 6 weeks from now, and that's going to be the NXT TakeOver Great American Bash, which is going to be live tonight, or live in 6 weeks time. But tonight we're going to be figuring out certain matches. We're going to be talking about certain things that are going to be addressing that Great American Bash in just 6 weeks time. Now, we are going to be addressing the NXT Tag Team Division. With the win last Saturday, the Grizzled Young Veterans retained those NXT Tag Team Championships, but both men have attained injuries, sustained injuries, and that's going to be putting them on the shelf for a couple months now, and they are going to be officially vacating those Tag Team Championships, which is very unfortunate. You don't ever want to have any championship having any injuries or whatnot, but it is all part of wrestling. You're going to have days like that. So next week here, we are going to be crowning a new NXT Tag Team Champion. We're going to have 2 tag team matches last week. The winner of those matches will be in the main event of next week's episode, and they will be the new NXT Tag Team Champions. And as of right now, I can give you the Creed Brothers will be a part of the number one contenders, little tournament to crown the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Creed Brothers for sure. But besides that, it's going to take me some time, and I will announce it next week here live during the week before NXT for sure. But now we address what's going to be happening tonight live here on NXT. Now, tonight here on NXT, we have a blockbuster show for you, including the United Kingdom Champion Bron Breakker taking on the new North American Champion Jon Moxley, as well as Grayson Waller will be in action later on tonight, as he'll be taking on Noam, a new addition here to NXT, including Carmelo Hayes taking on Wes Lee, and so much more. But let's get right into the action right now. Now, this is going to be a great matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Jon Moxley, a man that's won plenty of championships there in WWE. He's come over here to NXT and now becoming the NXT North American Champion by knocking off Christian. Christian will not be here tonight, but I guarantee that, at least prediction-wise, I believe that Moxley and Christian will definitely have some more runs in with each other. But Jon Moxley making his way down to the ring will be taking on Bron Breakker, who defeated Tyler Bate to become the new United Kingdom Champion, and that's making Bron Breakker a 2-time United Kingdom Champion here in NXT. And I mean, I'd love to see Tyler Bate and Bron Breakker go another round, honestly, but you know, we'll see how it's going to fare in this new year, new NXT for sure. I mean, get the newest arena. We had a little bit of an upgrade to the quality, and Bret the Hitman Hart changing things up, and that's always a great thing. And I'm loving the picking of matches too. It's a sold-out capacity crowd, ladies and gentlemen, for a big-time NXT episode from top to bottom, including your main event. It's going to be MJF versus Chris Jericho. Both members are part of the Pinnacle here in NXT, and there's Bron Breakker, the United Kingdom Championship, looking oh so well around his waist. And we'll see with the new year, new Bron Breakker, we're going to see how he is. This man does not care about the fans whatsoever. He only cares about championships. This man is very, very dangerous in the middle of that ring. Yeah, he lost to Tyler Bate that one time for when he had the United Kingdom Championship around his waist, but he got his redemption, he got his revenge against Tyler Bate and walked out the new United Kingdom champion. So we'll see how Bron Breakker faces off with Jon Moxley tonight. We gotta have a winner, we gotta have a loser, unfortunately, and we are gonna get it in the opening bout between both of these men. Who do you guys think is going to walk out with this win? And especially with what Bret the Hitman Hart announced, that the Great American Bash for NXT is going to be in 6 weeks' time. First pay-per-view after our lovely NXT referee ringing that bell, a champion versus champion matchup. It's a non-title matchup, but we're going to see who the better champion is. You get the veteran and Jon Moxley, and then you got a man like Bron Breakker, former NXT champion and a two-time NXT United Kingdom champion winner. And for Bron, this is going to be one of his biggest matches. Yes, as NXT champion, he's faced off with the likes of Carmelo Hayes, CM Punk. Well, I mean, yes, he has faced off with CM Punk, but still, I mean, Jon Moxley's a whole different ball game, man. Just with the physicality, I wouldn't say mind games, but with what Moxley is able to put himself through. It's not an everyday thing to be like, oh, hey, I'm going to go through Extreme Rules match after every Extreme Rules match. This man can literally put himself through hell and still walk out perfectly fine. It's absolutely crazy when you think about it. Another question is, for both of these men, is who are they going to be defending their championships up against? Here in 6 weeks' time, as the Hitman Hart has announced that there is going to be a NXT TakeOver pay-per-view in just 6 weeks' time, that being the Great American Bash. Makes its presence known here in Universe mode for the very first time. A lot of stuff is going to be winding up. I'm very curious to see as Bron Breakker talking some mad trash to Jon Moxley. Breakker needs to figure out something. And I wouldn't get too cocky with Moxley. Moxley can turn so many things around. Look at Breakker talking some mad trash to Moxley here. Bron Breakker trying to step up to the plate. Oh, beautiful German suplex, turning him inside out. And that's what we're talking about with that new side of Bron Breakker, man. He's just, in the terms of physicality, more aggressive, saying that he's not doing it for the fans. He's only doing it for championships. And when you have a superstar that doesn't care about anything besides having the championship, that makes the superstar even more dangerous. And now Bron Breakker with the military press slam. No, Bron Breakker gonna get rolled up here, but Breakker able to kick out. And Moxley gonna taunt Bron Breakker, but Breakker with his own clothesline. Here comes Bron Breakker off the ropes, back body drop. Moxley is in trouble, and now a spine buster. Can Bron Breakker pick up a massive win over the North American champion? No, not yet. And this is where Bron Breakker cannot get frustrated right here. You're facing off with one of the best here in NXT. As, hold on a minute, Bron Breakker, as he's setting up here. Spear! Spear right through Jon Moxley. Very well could be it. Referee taking his time to get in position. Will that be costly? Yes, it will. Referee was taking way too much time, and it ultimately cost Bron Breakker a win. But for Bron Breakker, you got to stay on him. You cannot give Moxley any time to recuperate. Bron Breakker taking some time to rub it in here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at this military press slam, maybe. Oh, look at that. Over the head power slam. Just like, no, Moxley kicks out. Holy crap. How in the hell did he kick out? He took a devastating spear and then a brutal power slam, and now he's going to take a frog splash. Like I mentioned before, yes, Moxley can take a lot of damage, but when it comes to being speared, being hit with a power slam, it's just the amount of craziness that this man can endure. Look at Moxley, the ground and pound game of Moxley. Oh, ever so dangerous veteran. Is now Moxley going to toss him right into the apron / steel steps. He's staying on Bron Breakker. He's not letting him recuperate to get his breath whatsoever. And you can tell Bron Breakker might be having a kind of taking his time to get in the ring. I don't blame him, but he definitely has to get back in the ring if he wants to win it. As here we go, off the ropes we go. Oh, both men running into each other. Big kick, here comes Moxley. Lethal doses of kicks and a spinning knee strike. Imagine, that could be honestly it. 2. No, strong kick out from Bron. Moxley maybe going to do some karate moves. You never know. Moxley might be a black belt. You never know with what Moxley could pull out of his repertoire. As both men putting it all on the line right now in the opening bout of NXT. But you absolutely got to love Bron Breakker not able to connect with off the ropes there, but now he's connecting with these brutal strikes. You got to in this situation. Tilt the roll, back slam. Oh, I thought it was a backbreaker, but it is a side slam. That definitely works. As Bron Breakker setting up a possible another spear here. Breakker, another spear. Turning Moxley inside out the second time. Will it be it this time, or Moxley somehow be able to kick out? 3, Bron Breakker, your United Kingdom champion. Just too much for your North American champion tonight. Look at this spear. Brutal maneuver. We saw it multiple times. I believe that was the second time in this matchup. And for Bron Breakker, he had a hellacious fight tonight. He had to deal with Jon Moxley. But this man, Bron Breakker, survived. And my question is, like I mentioned, who is next in line for that United Kingdom Championship? We are backstage, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Byron Saxton, and we are backstage with Chris Jericho, one of the members, a part of this #1 contenders matchup, where the winner will go on to take on CM Punk for the NXT Championship at the NXT TakeOver Great American Bash. Now, Chris, a lot of questions for you, and let's get right into it. Now, Chris, I know you got to get circuiting around for your matchup. I know it's here in a little bit, but we're just going to go with one question and one question only here. Now, we know yourself and MJF are part of this pinnacle group here in NXT, and my big question is that going to come into play? Are you going to go a little bit less on your member of Pinnacle, or will you go full out on this gentleman of MJF, the man that lost to CM Punk last Saturday? Man, what kind of questions are these, Byron? You could have asked me so many other things. I'm not saying your question's totally dumb, but it's dumb to an extent. But I'll still answer it, Byron. We could have at least got Corey Graves, but, well, we'll deal with you, Byron. But the big question is, yes, can me and MJF coexist? Yes. But I got some news for you, and I got some breaking news for you, Byron. There is no longer a Pinnacle. There's a Chris Jericho, and there's an MJF. No longer a us. Big Show's barely around here in NXT anymore. Brian Cage, he just kind of following MJF around, but MJF, he's the one making a name for himself. And for me, I believe it's time for me to stop worrying about these others. It's time for me to worry about getting that NXT Championship around my waist. And we saw last Saturday, MJF failed to become NXT Champion. With the focus going back on me, I can worry about myself and not having to worry about 3 other superstars. And I'm going to do the one thing that MJF couldn't do last Saturday, and that is not only defeat MJF tonight, but in 6 weeks' time become the new NXT World Champion and knock off CM Punk. He calls himself the best in the world. I highly doubt that. I am the best in the world, and I'm going to show tonight in the main event against MJF. Now, bye, Byron. Very strong words there from Chris Jericho, as he'll be in the main event later on tonight, as here comes Cora Jade and Roxanne down to the ring. Roxanne, Cora Jade, former NXT Tag Team Champions here in NXT, and continuing to climb up the NXT Tag Team Women's Division here. And with Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark walking out with those NXT Women's Tag Team Championships last Saturday, the division is wide open. So you for sure got Cora Jade and Roxanne. You got Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. If you guys don't know who Katana Chance is formerly known as Casey Catanzaro, but her name changes to Katana Chance. It's going to take some time to get used to. As well as you got Toxic Attraction and obviously the NXT Tag Team Champions Nikita Lyons, Zoe Stark. So be very curious to see how this tag team division is all going to be falling out here. As there is Kaden Carter making her way down to the ring. We saw Kaden Carter and Katana Chance recently on NXT. Didn't work out in her favor, but I mean, this tag team has a lot of potential, and I love it. These women are good friends out of wrestling, and like I mentioned in a previous episode of Universe Mode, is when you have a cohesive unit that not only are on screen here, but outside of professional wrestling, where they work out, eat. I think I talked about it when Chad Gable noticed on Monday Night Raw. When these guys work, or men or women work out together, eat, sleep, work together type of thing, you know, it just makes them a cohesive unit, honestly, and it just makes their tag team work a lot better. Now here comes Katana Chance, making her way down to the ring. And normally they come out together, but right now they are coming out separately. But this tag team's very, very bright, man. I cannot wait to see how these women are going to work out tonight in this tag team matchup. It's going to be very hard not to call her Casey Catanzaro, but Katana Chance, showing her a little bit of Ultimate, or that Warrior show that she was on. I can't think of the whole Warrior show at the very moment, but nonetheless, I mean, when you got these two tag teams, they're hungry. They want to climb up these tag team rankings, and I don't blame them. I mean, it's this tag team women's division and this whole women's division in general is very, very special. There's something very special about all these women on this show, and you know, I feel like with the new year of NXT, Bret the Hitman Hart getting that fresh kind of group of talent here in NXT, I think for sure the women are going to be more of a focus, and that's not a bad thing. You absolutely love to see it. As it looks like Cora Jade, oh goodness, Cora Jade coming right after the referee. And another year going by and the referee's still getting taken out, but we'll see how that fares. But Cora Jade and Kaden Carter are going to start us off here. Cora Jade will work well with Roxanne, like I mentioned before, former NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. My question is how they're going to fare, and you know, obviously the winner of this matchup is going to climb up the rankings. We're very curious to see where that's going to go. Ooh, big elbow strike there from Kaden. Let's see if she can get back in this matchup. But also later on tonight, we have another big-time NXT Women's Tag Team matchup. It's a non-title matchup as Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark, the new NXT Tag Team Champions, take on Toxic Attraction. Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, part of that matchup. And then also later on tonight, besides that big-time main event between Chris Jericho and MJF, we are going to be seeing Carmelo Hayes take on Wes Lee. Very innovative matchup there between those guys. Those guys are going to put on a show. And I'm looking forward to Grayson Waller taking on Noam Dar. Noam Dar previously was in the series, briefly part of the 205 live show. But after that, you know, he wasn't really used too much. But I think with him coming back to NXT, getting that little bit of a fresh start, I think, you know, we'll see how Noam Dar will be kind of working out here in NXT. We'll get a sense of how he faces off with one of the up-and-coming talents, that is Grayson Waller. As I look at pulling her by her hair, Roxanne. Definitely not going to be liking that. Pinfall opportunity. Strong kick out at 1 though. And kind of going back to, we're going to go talk about Chris Jericho with his comments about MJF and saying that there's no more Pinnacle tag team here on NXT. It's all about Chris Jericho now, and MJF is going to be by himself as well. And Chris Jericho saying, hey, you know, Big Show was barely here for after a while. Brian Cage was just kind of accompanying MJF for the longest time. And it seems like they're all essentially going separate ways. But we'll see how it fares. That springboard cross body taking out Roxanne. Will that be enough? No. This is where Kaden Carter cannot get too frustrated right now. Big opportunity. Got to keep this up. We've got plenty of tag teams here in this division, and obviously you want to start skyrocketing and show Bret the Hitman Hart that, yes, you deserve to be the next in line for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Because obviously the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons, definitely are in the back watching. Not only are they prepping for their match later on, but they are also getting ready. Or getting ready for maybe to eventually in the future see one of these tag teams. Let's get Talent Chance taking out Cora Jade there briefly. Trying to make it almost like a handicap match of sorts if you have to. Let's here we go, referee. Try to move out the way. Oh, big kicks. Big kicks to the quads. Katana Chance taking her down. And now Katana Chance with the big win. No, just a 1.5. And with the NXT Women's Champion Emma, she retained over Mandy Rose. My curious thing is there with who's going to be next in line for Emma? Mandy Rose got 2 opportunities and she has lost it. So it's now another opportunity for the women to step up here in NXT. As here comes Cora Jade, an opportunity to change up the momentum in this NXT Tag Team Women's matchup here. It's now Chance going to pull her down by her hair. That is not going to be feeling good whatsoever. The future is bright for NXT, ladies and gentlemen. I like having a little bit of veterans on the show, and you got a lot of up-and-coming superstars. I feel like for sure you're going to definitely see a lot more of the younger generation here in NXT, and there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, there's a lot of superstars on the main roster right now that came from NXT. From the likes of Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Drew McIntyre, Robert Roode, Roderick Strong. So many big-time superstars have come and gone, pardon me, here from NXT to the main roster. It's Cora Jade, big, like a drop kick. I don't know if she was trying to make it turn into like a head scissors, but ultimately, Katana Chance with all the momentum at the moment. And for Cora Jade and Roxanne, it's all about not only working cohesively, but it's just continuing to get better each and every single week. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter are a little bit more of an efficient tag team, you could definitely say. Cora Jade and Roxanne, more of a makeshift tag team. As Roxanne saw that coming, connecting with a knee to the face of Katana Chance, and now Chance coming right after Roxanne. Uh-oh. Katana Chance trying to rip her hair out, but Cora Jade right there. The referee telling her to get back in the ring. Seems like this match is breaking down, ladies and gentlemen. We hate to see it. As the referee a couple of counts in so far. We'll see how it's going to fare. As right into the barricade. You could hear her lower back hitting that mat. Referee now at a 6. Going for another hit, but again, Roxanne right there to kind of put her in her place. Off the ropes we go. Here comes Katana Chance. DDT right there to Cora Jade. And now Cora Jade in a bad way. She's trying to crawl, but Katana Chance right there to cut her off. Cora Jade just trying to figure something out. I don't think looks like she wasn't even able to. Katana Chance cutting her off. Let's see what Chance can do now. Into the corner we go. Here we go with the tag. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. What a clothesline in the corner. You could hear the velocity from the cheap seats with that bad boy as she drops her on her head and neck area. Cora Jade is in trouble. Uh-oh. Roxanne coming right after. Katana Chance. Roxanne trying to do anything in her power to get this team to kind of turn around here. As Kaden Carter. Oh, what's this? Oh, look at this submission hold. Look at this. Could this be enough? Oh, Roxanne realizing it and breaks it up, saving the matchup for the team of Roxanne and Cora Jade. Every little bit counts here at this moment. Cora Jade not really able to get up to her feet. Katana Chance down and out. You got Kaden Carter waiting for Cora Jade to get up to her feet, and she's able to stop a possible tag. Opportunity with a pinfall, but right there, Roxanne once again being right there, being on top of her game. This is what you like about tag team wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. These women are putting it all on the line. They want to be next in line for those women tag team championships. They're willing to put it all on the line. So, I'm not sure what Kaden Carter was going to try to do there to Roxanne, but sure as heck didn't work out. And now off the ropes we go. Here comes Cora Jade. Oh, beautiful drop kick there. Cora Jade likes to call it the generation of Jade. And obviously she wants to have some gold around her waist. She is formerly a NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. But can they eventually get an opportunity down the line? A stunner off the ropes that Cora Jade. Trying to figure herself out here. This is what Katana Chance kind of wanting to go after anybody and everybody to try to make this maybe a handicap match if she has to. Collar elbow tie up. Hard Irish whip off the ropes. Big elbow. I think she's trying to break her nose right there. Back in the ring we go. Uh-oh. Roxanne Perez. Beautiful DDT spiking Katana Chance. She's not done yet. She's looking to finish the matchup. What is Roxanne thinking here? Oh, look at that. Beautiful powerbomb. Is that it? No, Kaden Carter right there to break it up. That was a beautiful powerbomb there from Roxanne. And now Perez with a frog splash to the lower back. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be it? One. Strong kick out at one. For Roxanne, you can't get frustrated. I feel like I say that in every matchup, but you know, these superstars be like, okay, hey, it's gonna take a little bit more than I'm used to doing. I gotta dig down deep a little bit further. What game plan do I need to change up strategy-wise? Is now being whipped by her hair, ladies and gentlemen. That is not gonna be feeling too good whatsoever. As what is Katana Chance thinking? Spiking her right on her head. Like a Hurricane Rana head scissors DDT. Is that enough? No. Roxanne, she's eating a lot of damage right now. Be a perfect opportunity for her to get a tag since she's right in her corner as Kaden Carter gets tagged into this matchup. And look at it. Seems like both women trying to have the same idea there, honestly. Yes. Off the ropes again here, both women. All right, it looks like Kaden Carter actually ran through her as now a women's Luthez press here. Taking it right there to Kaden Carter. And now Roxanne Perez going to take some time, try to get the crowd a little bit fired up, trying to get the momentum in their corner. Anything for these women's tag team to kind of start climbing up the rankings. There's another tag there. Gets Cora Jade into the ring. And, you know, out of the 3 tag teams that are fighting to become the new #1 contender, with obviously you got the 2 teams right here, Cora Jade, Roxanne. Then you got the team of Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Hold on to that opportunity. 2 strong kick out there from Carter. But you got Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, that one team. You got Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, the other one. And then also Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane. Very impressive in their own right. So with a win tonight, that is definitely going to help them, you know, secure a spot. Be like, hey, I'm next in line. Beautiful back body drop from both of those women. And now, I was going to say maybe go for the pinfall, but Kaden Carter's like, you know what, I'm going to roll out the ring and try and just recuperate. And I don't blame her. Oh, Cora Jade getting face to face with Katana Chance there. Little karma from what Katana Chance has been doing all night to Cora Jade and Roxanne. Oh, going for a drop kick right there. Normally she gets some speed on that, but since she's just so close to Katana, I don't blame her for just trying to get the drop kick done to her. Now, what is Cora Jade have in mind for Kaden Carter here? Just slowly but surely doing as much damage as you can. Beautiful uppercut there from Roxanne. Roxanne talking some trash here to Kaden Carter. Will Kaden Carter be able to get a hot tag here? Yes, she does. Here comes Katana Chance. Oh! The spinning knees to the face. The spinning code breaker of sorts. Is that going to be enough? Yes, it is. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter with a big win over Cora Jade and Roxanne. Hopefully we'll get a replay of that finish there. That spinning, I'm going to call this like a spinning code breaker of sorts. As we continue to see the replays after the matchup. A lot of damage done here. Look at Cora Jade. Beautiful Cade Walker there. Back body drop, taking down Kaden Carter, but eventually it was too much for Katana Chance. And Kaden Carter picking up a big win here on NXT in the women's tag team division. We'll see the other two tag teams in the division go at it later on tonight as we are set to move on. Now this next matchup I am very, very looking forward to. You got Wes Lee, former Mr. Money in the Bank, before losing his briefcase to Rusev. And we were actually able to talk to Wes Lee before NXT tonight and kind of talk to him about his thoughts on, you know, no longer being Mr. Money in the Bank. And he said, honestly, it was something that was on my chest. And when he says that, he means like there's a heavy burden with that Money in the Bank briefcase, because he felt like a lot of times when somebody has that Money in the Bank briefcase, they don't get targeted. But he thought, you know, since he had that Money in the Bank briefcase and there's so many main eventers here in NXT, they were targeting Wes Lee. They didn't fully believe that Wes Lee should have been holding that briefcase, even though he rightfully earned it at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. And one of those men happened to be Rusev, and Wes Lee was sick of it, so Wes Lee was like, you know what, Rusev, if you beat me fair and square, you can have it, but if not, you know what, it's over and done with. But obviously we know what the outcome, Rusev defeating Wes Lee. So fresh start for Wes Lee with no longer being Mr. Money in the Bank. And now we get to see Carmelo Hayes. It's all about him. Or what they say, it's him. And when they say that, that means he's that guy. He's that next main event superstar, the next top attraction. And for Carmelo Hayes, a former NXT champion, yes, he hasn't been having those. He didn't have much of a reign when he became NXT champion. He got his rematch necessarily, I guess you could say, against CM Punk, and CM Punk defeated him. But I'd honestly love to see Carmelo Hayes get into, you know, a long story feud with the likes of a Bron Breakker and a CM Punk, because this man is just flashing the surface when you think about it. He has all the potential in the world. Himself and Bron Breakker, one of the top superstars that we have here, especially Grayson Waller, man. 3 top guys that we have here in NXT, bound to be big hits on the main roster. But we'll see how Carmelo Hayes faces off with Wes Lee tonight. Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. Oh my goodness! Early super kick turning Wes Lee inside out. And like I mentioned, Carmelo Hayes had an NXT Championship reign that just lasted a couple minutes due to what CM Punk did to him that night at NXT TakeOver in Your House. But I think there's just so much potential that we haven't fully witnessed from Carmelo Hayes, and he's not going to keep himself down. He's a very confident superstar, and that's what you gotta love about Carmelo Hayes. For the most part, he can kind of back it up. Yes, he loses here and there, but this man is definitely going to be the future of NXT one day. slowly but surely. Himself and Bron Breakker, for sure. As here comes Carmelo Hayes with a swinging neck breaker. And for Carmelo Hayes, he'll be without his main guy, Trick Williams, for a while. So we'll always be seeing himself for the longest time. We'll see when Trick Williams will be officially be back, but we'll see how Carmelo Hayes will have to deal with just being himself. Not saying that Carmelo Hayes cannot do it, but a lot of times Trick Williams is out here with him and kind of interfere in matches and kind of help out Carmelo Hayes. Wes Lee trying to get this crowd behind him, slowly but surely trying to. Wes Lee says that one day we'll see another member of MSK. Obviously, Nash Carter had a brief appearance here in Universe Mode with Wes Lee, and then had some stuff happen with Nash Carter. So for Wes Lee, it's one of those things where this man is gonna, if he's at, I don't know, it'd be a perfect time, honestly, for him to get a tag team partner. The tag team division is not really stacked at all. There's only a handful of tag teams, honestly, that you could count on your fingers here in the men's tag team division. It's Carmelo Hayes doing the right thing. Just, he knows that he's kind of in trouble right now, so he's gonna roll out to the apron, and oh my goodness, that spear to the outside. Wes Lee gonna go high risk. Ooh, very nice. Having some second thoughts. Wes Lee here. Oh my goodness! What a moonsault takes out Carmelo Hayes. Wes Lee pulling out all the stops right now. Fortunately, Wes Lee couldn't do that when he was in big time matches with the likes of MJF, Chris Jericho, and Rusev. As both of these men continue to go back and forth here. This is a matchup that you very well could see maybe in the near future for an actual championship. Depends on the championship that we may see it. But maybe for a second, Carmelo Hayes might try to go for a springboard there, but having second thoughts, not going to do that. As you can feel, slowly but surely, this match starting to go in the favor of Carmelo Hayes. And rightfully so, he's looking quite well right now. After that moonsault that we saw to the outside from Wes Lee to Carmelo Hayes, I honestly thought maybe Wes Lee might be able to get something going as Hayes connected with that codebreaker type of maneuver. Is that it? No, Wes Lee kicks out at 2.5. And now Carmelo trying to decide what he wants to do here. Telling Wes Lee to get up to his feet here. Springboard, cross body, takes down Wes Lee. And Carmelo Hayes very, very confident right now. Oh, there for a second, Carmelo Hayes looked like he's going to go to the ground and pound game, but Wes Lee says, hey, what you can do, I can do a lot better here. Strong kick out there from Wes Lee as they continue to go back and forth here, looking to climb up the championship rankings here in NXT. Oh, here's Wes Lee. What's he thinking about? He's starting to speed up this matchup. Oh, look at this. Almost like a 619 there. There's now Wes Lee looking to go high risk. Wes Lee. Oh my goodness. He missed out on it. Carmelo Hayes capitalizing. Carmelo Hayes is balling out at this moment. Being saved by Wes Lee missing that corkscrew. And now Carmelo. Big elbow. No, he misses. He misses out on it. Both men missing out on big opportunities in this matchup. And now Wes Lee going to try to slow down the matchup, working on that left knee of Carmelo. Just wrenching in on that bad boy. Is not going to be feeling too good, especially when on the knees where Carmelo Hayes is known to be flying around this ring right now. Some major damage could be done. He was holding that right knee for quite a long time. Looks like Wes Lee going to take his time and try to maybe play some mind games here with Carmelo Hayes, trying to bait him to the outside. Both men can get back inside the ring here. Off the ropes we go. Here comes Wes Lee. Big scoop power slam. Will that be enough for Wes Lee? Yes, it is. Wes Lee with an impressive win tonight over Carmelo Hayes. Good back and forth matchup, man. There's that little bit of a code breaker there. Look at this. off that LED post, and then a big scoops power slam there. Wes Lee with a big win here. He's getting back into the win column. Wes Lee might be able to maybe finally turn it around. We'll see how Wes Lee will be faring in the near future here in NXT as we now move on. And now here comes the return of the Supernova. Supernova known as Noam Dar. Like I mentioned before, for Noam Dar, the Scottish Supernova, this man briefly here in the series for a couple matches there in 205 Live a couple years back in the series, but now finally coming back here and looking to make a namesake for himself here in NXT. And rightfully so. We need depth here in NXT, and I believe Noam Dar could definitely be a big time member here of NXT. Honestly, future's very bright for this man. Noam Dar brings the best out in the middle of that ring. Got little shades of that in 205 Live, and we're definitely gonna get it back now since he's finally back here in a wrestling ring here in WWE. And I think Bret the Hitman Hart made it a priority to get this man here in NXT for sure, because just with his skill set and what he brings to the table, honestly, he can be very cocky, confident at times, but he certainly can back it up. But tonight he's going to have to go against the man that's this Aussie is a little more out there, and that being Grayson Waller. This man Grayson Waller, we've seen him here in NXT for a little bit. He had a little kind of a rivalry, a little bit back and forth between himself and Christian. Both men would trade wins back and forth, but the ever cocky, confident Grayson Waller looking to make a name for himself here in NXT. He's definitely done that to an extent, being in the ring with a man like Christian, the former NXT North American champion. But for Grayson Waller, this is going to be a whole new strategy with kind of a little bit less than the amount of superstars we normally see here in NXT. So NXT is kind of a, I guess you can't really say the rebuild in terms of the amount of good name talent that we have here, but it's definitely going to be taking a while for this NXT roster to get back up to what it is. But this roster is very, very bright, and I definitely see a bright future for this roster. Cannot wait to see how this goes tonight. Grayson Waller and the Scottish Supernova known as Noam Dar. Here we go. Both men looking like they're in phenomenal shape and kicking us right off the match with that springboard bulldog. Now, Noam Dar is going to work on that left arm and get very technical when Noam Dar needs to. And I think there's going to be two different kind of styles in this matchup. You want kind of a man like Grayson Waller. He can start flying around in this matchup for a big guy when he needs to, but it can definitely show you that power, that strength game. Noam Dar, normally for him, he likes to go around, but I think it comes down to not just mind games, but kind of working around the strategy of your opponent. Because you're not going to strategize the same when you're facing off with a man like Bron Breakker, and then you got a man like, let's say, I don't know, I'm thinking of a big time, I would say Odyssey Jones here at NXT. For the big man Odyssey Jones, you're not going to game plan the same as if you were a Bron Breakker. And it's just, there's different sizes of superstars, strength and power. Then some superstars have that lucha libre type of background. There's just so many different styles out there that it's what you love to see, how they kind of compare and contrast with each other. It's now Noam Dar telling him to get up to his feet. Noam Dar, oh my goodness, a tick to that right arm there. But I'm surprised Grayson Waller was going to be able to even use that right arm. Off the ropes we go. Oh my goodness. What a clubbing blow there from Grayson Waller. Now Grayson taking him down. Going to go for that single leg submission hold here. Middle of the ring. I don't think Noam Dar can crawl there. He's kind of stuck here. Will he tap out? Big punch, Noam Dar trying to fight out of it, and he does. How much damage was done to that left knee, though, as Grayson Waller catching him just before he was going to go off the rope. Noam Dar been doing quite well in the terms of just being able to hit those springboard bulldogs and everything else. And now this is that ground and pound game I'm talking about for Grayson Waller. This man doesn't care about anyone but himself. You hate to see it, but that's the type of man that Grayson Waller is. That's how a lot of superstars are, man. Big clubbing elbow right there from Grayson as he continues to get the momentum outside here. Referee now at a 5. Both men need to start getting back in the ring here, as Noam Dar throwing him right into the barricade. We're at a 6 now. We're going to have ourselves a count out. Noam Dar barely moving, but looks like Grayson Waller is going to try and help out Noam Dar in the terms of trying to get him back in the ring. Oh my goodness, what a kick to the dome. Take too many of those, you're going to get yourself a concussion. You're going to be knocked out. It's again Grayson Waller, man. This is, honestly, you could say the best he's ever looked in the terms of inside this wrestling ring. I know Noam Dar is a lot different than Christian in the terms of how they wrestle and everything, but you know, I think with this, what we're seeing right now from Grayson Waller, I think this is big time. Referee had a 6, but both men back inside the ring. They look to put it all on the line here. Back and forth we go. As we get closer to you guys' main event, we still have a women's tag team matchup, non-title matchup, as Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark are in action against Toxic Attraction. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough to put it down? Grayson Waller, no. Very close, though. I guess you could say kind of close, not permanently close. Step over, take down there of Grayson. Noam Dar slowly, methodically trying to take down and slow down Grayson Waller's momentum. So, oh my goodness, right to that left arm again that he targeted earlier on in this matchup. We go back in the ring we go. Noam Dar doesn't care if Grayson Waller just went out there for a breath. He's coming right after him. It seems like Noam Dar continuing to go after those big-time muscles of Grayson Waller. And now he's going to do it again, I think. Again, right to the elbow and the arm area. Man, that is not going to be feeling too good. That is absolutely crazy. A clubbing blow from Grayson Waller, though. He's doing his damnedest. And now we're going to slow down the match with that armbar takedown. Trying to steal one. Can he do it, though? No, strong kick out at 1. I look at Grayson Waller just saying, this is the end, knowing no more for him. Oh no, not again. The arm again. Noam Dar. It seems like a kind of an armbar specialist. He's been working on the arms all night. If I'm Grayson Waller, you gotta figure something out, man, because Noam Dar has been targeting those arms all night. And just like that, Grayson Waller getting an easy rope break right there. Keeps himself in the matchup, but for how much longer though? Big clubbing blow. Big knockout blow for sure. Slowly but surely, man, dissecting Noam Dar. Noam Dar going to roll to the side. I thought maybe he was going to try to roll out the ring. Deciding not to at this very moment. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Waller. Wait a minute. Waller through the bottom rope. Stunner. Stunner to Noam Dar. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. Holy cow. An innovative maneuver. The first time ever we've seen that in series history. Look at that. That stunner through the, I believe that'd be the bottom rope there. How crazy is that? Grayson Waller with an impressive victory tonight. Grayson Waller's stock just definitely climbed with a win over Noam Dar, ladies and gentlemen. What a win. Impressive outing for Grayson Waller here live on NXT. From the overall feel of this crowd, a lot of you guys sound surprised that I defeated a man like Noam Dar. Noam Dar has not done crap here in the series whatsoever here on NXT. Yeah, he was on 205 Live, but he's not proven. Yeah, he's a big name commodity here in NXT, but I put him down like a dead dog. And my intentions are going to be perfectly clear after this matchup. Not only am I one of the best here in NXT, but one of the best in WWE. And I want somebody to prove me wrong. Yeah, I haven't won a championship, but I'm coming after one. So Bron Breakker, the United Kingdom champion, I'm coming after you, big boy. I'll be here next week, and I'm calling you out in the middle of the ring. So, mate, I'll see you next week. And now it is time for your co-main event women's matchup tonight. It's going to be Toxic Attraction's Gigi Dolan and JC Jane making their way down to the ring. And how toxic it is about to get. We'll see how Toxic Attraction will be faring in this tag team matchup. It's going to be a big time matchup. Perfect opportunity for Toxic Attraction to climb up the rankings. We saw earlier on tonight the tag team matchup between Katana Chance, the team of Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, taking on the team of Cora Jade and Roxanne and Katana Chance. And Kaden Carter walking out with the win. So maybe if Toxic Attraction were to win, maybe you can say that the winners get an opportunity and have like a matchup between them. It's kind of honestly up to Bret the Hitman Hart, but you'd love to see it. Gigi Dolan, one of the smartest wrestlers we have here in NXT, and especially here with Toxic Attraction herself and JC Jane. We'll see how Toxic Attraction will be faring here in NXT over the coming weeks and months, honestly. Being told that Mandy Rose will be out of commission, whatever that happens to mean. She won't be here in NXT for a while, if back ever. But so we'll see how the look and feel of Toxic Attraction will be without the big missing part with the leader of Toxic Attraction. So here comes JC Jane down to the ring. Big time matchup in this tag team division, and we have four big time tag teams in this women's division. Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark, whoever they happen to be facing up at the Great American Bash, they are going to be in for a world of hurt. Because these three other tag teams, they are very impressive. Yes, Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez lost tonight, but they sure as hell put up a heck of a fight earlier on tonight. The Toxic Attraction, they've had some big time wins here in NXT as a tag team. Mandy Rose, a multi-time or a former women's champion here in NXT. So we'll see how, with the, like I mentioned before, I keep preaching on it, how when your leader leaves, is not able to get signed back or kind of have issues or whatever it may be, how they deal with adversity. It's not going to be an easy thing when you have, one of your members of your stable just leave like Mandy Rose is right now. She's bound to be frustrated in the terms of, losing those two-time big time opportunities for the NXT Women's Championship, not only WrestleMania weekend, but also at NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. But here's Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons. They get that opportunity to showcase their skills tonight and show you guys why they are the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. It looks like Nikita Lyons and Gigi Dolan will kick us off here. We get another early tag here. Here comes JC Jane getting tagged into the ring. And I'm sure we'll definitely see some big time additions in the women's tag team division here very, very shortly. There's the NXT roster right now, and the men's and women's roster is kind of going through some changes at the very moment. It's going to take couple weeks to a month or so before you kind of see the roster start filling out, especially on Raw and SmackDown. It takes a little bit of time with the new year for both Raw, NXT, and SmackDown for all the brands. It's going to start taking some time for a lot of these superstars to, get revamped up and, kind of get ready for the change of each brand. And with that being said, with the changes, it does affect the superstar statuses. As JC Jane going to go high risk here. Flying cross body turning Nikita Lyons inside out, but Nikita gets a tag. Here comes Zoe Stark. Can Zoe Stark change the trajectory of this matchup? But JC Jane coming right after Zoe Stark, bringing that striking game. How brutal is that, ladies and gentlemen? Very, very impressive. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just mere moments away from having a big-time main event between Chris Jericho and MJF. Chris Jericho earlier on tonight announced backstage that there is no longer a Pinnacle. Chris Jericho is going back to working on himself. So I'm being told we're going to be actually hearing from CM Punk, the NXT champion, before this big-time matchup. So I'm very curious to see what is on CM Punk's mind when it comes to this World Championship #1 contenders matchup. Because the winner of this matchup tonight will go on to face Punk for that World Championship at NXT TakeOver Great American Bash. Single leg takedown here from G.J. Dolan. Will Zoe Stark have to tap out? Nowhere to go. I mean, she could kind of grab that bottom rope, I think. But Nikita Lyons knocking out the referee inadvertently. Or maybe it was on purpose. You never know. As Zoe Stark with a fisherman's suplex pinfall. One. With sort of a count there. I think she could have got that 2 count at least. But, you know, referee taking his time with wanting to count. Maybe he's having a hard time counting. You never know. Maybe he's having a bad day. And ladies and gentlemen, we not only are we dealing with the aftermath of tonight's, or the aftermath of last Saturday's NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day, but also this coming Friday on SmackDown, we have a big-time SmackDown SmackDown card for you guys. So make sure you guys look forward to it. You'll see the matches that will be announced for SmackDown. A lot of big-time matches, man. I'm at least I'm assuming, because there's usually a lot of aftermath and whatnot, and as they're on the build for Clash at the Castle in 4 weeks' time for SmackDown. So we'll see all the matches that will be announced. I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be a big-time card for sure. So Nikita Lyons doing the right thing, rolling out of the ring here. JC Jane gonna go after Zoe Stark, turning her inside out. And Gigi gonna toss Nikita Lyons back inside the ring here. Uh-oh. Ooh, JC Jane could have honestly hit an elbow drop or some sort on Zoe Stark out there, but not. Well, yeah, you could if she wanted to. Or JC Jane could have hit an elbow drop on Zoe Stark, but not going to. Is now she's focused on Nikita Lyons. Going for the knee strike. Nikita moving out the way. And now here comes Nikita. DDT, spiking her on her face. But oh, JC Jane, the adrenaline flowing right through, right back up to her feet. As now Nikita with a beautiful snap suplex. Oh, but JC Jane a little bit faster in this situation. Beautiful maneuver there from JC. Continuing to bring the fight to Nikita. She gets herself a tag to Gigi Dolan. We'll see if Gigi Dolan can keep up the momentum for their tag team. Oh, look at this. Almost like a widow's peak. What we've seen from AJ Styles. Or not AJ Styles, but AJ Lee. Back in the day. The early 2010s. When she was on the Raw roster. As Nikita Lyons. With that spring-legged maneuver. No. Was that a 3 count? No. Very close. What a leg scissors there from Nikita Lyons. And now Nikita Lyons getting that tag to Zoe Stark. Can Zoe Stark put away Gigi Dolan here? Obviously, you want to have your NXT Women's Champions win it out. But can she do it? Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough to put away Gigi? No. Not just yet. As Nikita Lyons, you could feel that, kind of fatigued at the moment. She was hoping it was going to be enough to put away Toxic Attraction early on, but has not been enough just yet. Now, Gigi. Oh my goodness! Hey, maneuver, that could be it. But Nikita right there for Zoe Stark. What you gotta love about the tag teams, they're trying to be there, is now Gigi gonna go high risk. Frog splash to the middle of that back. And now Gigi looking to pick up a win over the NXT Women's Champions, but no, not just yet. And for Gigi, the strategy for herself and JC Jane may have to kind of go to a different game plan, you could say. Back in the corner we go. We go with the tag. Snapmare takedown into a big boot to the face of Zoe Stark. And now a little bit of time for some air guitar for sure. Why not? But will that come back to eat JC Jane in the behind? Nikita Lyons, oh my goodness. Into the split-legged leg drop. Will that be enough for Nikita? 2, 3 it is. A big-time win by the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Showing you why, yeah, this is not a bad tag team at all. Zoe Stark, Nikita Lyons coming out here, sending a message to Toxic Attraction. I cannot wait to see how they're going to go in the future with not only Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons, but definitely Toxic Attraction. But look at that leg drop across the chest of JC Jane, and it was it. Big win for Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons. Who do you think should go on to challenge them at the Great American Bash pay-per-view in just 6 weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. Now, I see that Bret the Hitman Hart has made a #1 contenders matchup for tonight's main event between Chris Jericho and MJF. I don't care who it's going to be. It doesn't matter if it's Chris Jericho, MJF, because it's going to be the exact same result at the Great American Bash. Me walking out, still the best in the world, and still your NXT World Champion. And there's not a damn thing anyone's going to do about it. Chris Jericho is trying to call himself the best in the world. Until you beat me, Chris, then you can call yourself the best in the world. Because when I'm world champion, there's no better person in the universe or all of WWE besides me. I'm the best damn champion here in NXT, and sure as hell better than any of the Raw or SmackDown champions have ever had to offer. I would say good luck, but you guys don't need luck, because whoever wins is going to be the loser, because you're going to be facing me. And it's going to be one go to sleep away from you once again becoming a even more disappointment at the Great American Bash. So let's go ahead and watch this train wreck of a main event. It is a main event time here tonight, here at the sold out capacity NXT arena here tonight. And we are finally back on the road. We've been seeing it finally ever since Bret the Hitman Hart has taken over. And it's great to see all these wrestlers finally getting that love that they deserve with this big time crowd. As now Chris Jericho makes his way down to the ring. Drink it in, man. As Chris Jericho makes his way down to the ring, takes on MJF. And we just heard from CM Punk. Big time words from your world champion CM Punk. Especially strong words to Chris Jericho. CM Punk saying, once you beat me and take this world championship, but until that happens, he's going to continue to be the best in the world today. But we know how CM Punk is too. Even if he isn't without the world championship, he still claims himself to be the best in the world no matter what. So we'll see what the big time matchup's going to be. Will it be MJF getting another opportunity to take on CM Punk for the World Championship? Or will it be Chris Jericho? Will he get the opportunity to take on CM Punk? Very curious to see what's going to be panning out. Chris Jericho, former World Champion there on Monday Night Raw a couple years back. We'll see what Jericho can do here tonight. Jericho and MJF, former Pinnacle members. The Pinnacle's no more. Chris Jericho listed off his reasons earlier on tonight. As we now wait for Mr. MJF. MJF not only losing his winning streak against Bryan Danielson a couple weeks before we get to NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. MJF ended up losing to CM Punk, obviously. So it's a big time thinking here for MJF, is saying, oh hey, you know what, I got to kick it up a notch. MJF would have been the youngest world champion there at the NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day pay-per-view, but CM Punk was just a little bit better than MJF. We haven't heard from MJF whatsoever tonight, so for MJF, we're going to see how he's going to fare tonight. Is he going to pick up another loss, or will he be able to step up to the plate? This is going to be a really good matchup. I'm really looking forward to MJF and Chris Jericho. These guys are going to literally beat the living snot out of each other for this #1 contender spot to go on to NXT TakeOver Great American Bash. Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. Big time names here in NXT going to war. And now Chris Jericho. Little shades of Eddie Guerrero. Not even 30 seconds into this matchup. The three amigos there from Chris Jericho. Tribute to Eddie Guerrero there. Chris Jericho, one of the best to ever do it, taking on a man, MJF, who he likes to call himself the pinnacle of professional wrestling. And, I mean, how it started, it was really good, but losing to Bryan Danielson, then CM Punk, we'll see if he can rebound tonight and get himself almost like a rematch, I guess you could say, against CM Punk in just 6 months' time, or 6 weeks' time, pardon me. I'm sure MJF doesn't want to wait that long for a title opportunity. Big haymakers there from Jericho as a belly-to-belly over-the-head suplex. Chris Jericho, the man of him getting up there and a little bit older and everything, he continues to be in tremendous shape, pardon me. But you're facing off with one of these superstars like MJF that is, oh my goodness, just throwing him over the top like it's easy, but you got a man like MJF that can definitely, maybe, I don't know if you want to say outwork him, but be a little bit faster in the ring. And I don't think MJF, or I should say Chris Jericho, wants that. I think Jericho wants to go at his own quality. I think if MJF kind of speeds up this matchup, it might go in the favor of MJF tonight. As MJF tossed into the ring, Chris Jericho going to flex on everybody here at NXT. Both men are not fan favorites whatsoever. I don't know who you have to hate more, MJF or Chris Jericho. Or even CM Punk for that matter as well. But when you have these big name superstars here in NXT, it's all about survival of the fittest. It's now MJF going to continue just to slowly but surely take it to Chris Jericho. That belly to belly is very impressive. Yeah, it may not be too much damage, but these maneuvers, they will definitely add up towards the end of this matchup. Is that armbar definitely helping him out there. MJF looking pretty good here in these last couple moments here. Can he continue to do this as he hits him with the reverse suplex? MJF has fought the best of the best here. Is a code breaker. Code breaker out of nowhere from Jericho. Is that enough? 2. No, MJF able to kick out. How much more is left in the tank for MJF? What a back and forth matchup we are witnessing, ladies and gentlemen. Big clubbing blow from Jericho, though. And for Jericho, you know, does he try to set up the walls with Jericho? Does he want to go with that spinning back elbow as well? You know, there's plenty of things that Jericho could do to try to put away MJF. Springboard elbow right to the dome as well. Jericho could be moments away from booking himself a matchup at the Great American Bash. As now, going for that spinning elbow right there, but MJF had that well scouted. I think if Jericho, instead of backing up to, I kind of saw what Jericho was doing. He was backing up a little bit so he could get some speed to it. But I think if he would have just hit it right then and there, it would have been very effective no matter what. As MJF rolling out of the ring, doing the right thing, honestly. As out of the ring we go, here comes Chris Jericho. Not going to let MJF recuperate whatsoever. Let's look at MJF talking some trash to the crowd here. Look at Jericho. Suicide dive through the middle rope. We know how big of a matchup this is going to be for Chris Jericho. Former world champion, former universal champion, I should say, on Monday Night Raw at one time. Wants to become champion here on NXT. I don't know if Jericho's ever going to go back up to Raw or SmackDown. I think NXT is a perfect brand right now for him. As MJF got Jericho back inside the ring here. What else does MJF need to do to put Chris Jericho in his place? Now, what is MJF? Uh-oh. Oh, look at this, an STF, middle of the ring. Chris Jericho cannot go anywhere. He's going to have to either fight out or tap out. What does Chris Jericho do? Chris Jericho has been known for submissions all of his whole career. He's definitely been able to find ways out of them, and he just did as well. How much damage is done to that left arm, though? Enziguri takes down MJF. Will that be enough? Pinfall. Referee right there. 2, 3. That Enziguri was all she wrote. A lot of damage done to MJF. And Chris Jericho walks out the winner tonight in your main event, and it'll be CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, the battle of the best in the world at NXT TakeOver Great American Bash. And wait a minute. That's CM Punk. That's CM Punk. CM Punk now. Big uppercut from CM Punk. Coming out here to send a message. And now a little bit of a little own STF here from Punk. Punk ain't afraid to go to the well too many times over the years. Not going to look to put Chris Jericho in his place here. It's going to be a battle of two best in the world, CM Punk and Chris Jericho. MJF lost fair and square, a hellacious matchup, but now you got a man like CM Punk laying waste to Chris Jericho outside here. I'm surprised the Bell Keepers area is able to stay where they're at right now, because this, what we're witnessing right now, is just absolutely atrocious here. So he gets thrown right into that steel post there, and oh my goodness, right to the back. Come on, Punk. There's no need for this. Putting Jericho in his place. I don't know. Punk is not afraid. He does not care. This is going to be one hell of a main event coming our way. CM Punk is not afraid to put Chris Jericho in his place. Oh no. Punk has him up. Oh god. This ain't going to end well. CM Punk with a... Oh my goodness, a brain buster. A brain buster from CM Punk. What a main event matchup we are going to be seeing in 6 weeks' time between CM Punk and Chris Jericho. The battle of the best in the world.